Hello and welcome to today's Wellness Wednesday workshop. I'm Vicki Whipking and I'm your host today, and I'm so glad that you joined me because today we are going to talk about 4 detox mistakes you're definitely making and how to fix them. And you know what? Even if you're not on a quote detox, that's okay. You're going to get so much out of today's webinar because detoxing is something that we should be doing daily, weekly, monthly, and maybe even yearly in different ways and in different stages. And detoxes are great, and actually they're really necessary. It's kind of like doing the dishes. You got to do a little bit of cleaning and allow your body to remove toxins and heal itself. And if you are making any of these mistakes, you're not going to be setting yourself up for long-term success or even short-term success with some of these detoxes. I'm going to tell you how to safely detox, and I'm going to help you change your mindset about what a detox means and how it can easily be incorporated into your daily life. So let's go ahead and get started. I want you to take a nice deep breath, focus, center, and really make a commitment to be present for yourself right here, right now. That's one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself, no matter if you're at any point in your day, being present, being focused, and not trying to do 25 things. The girl here who's trying to do so many things, she's probably not doing any of them very well, and I'm seriously concerned about all 3 of them. It's just craziness. So for right now, turn that phone off, close the door, dedicate this time to yourself, and I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to give you my free ebook on detoxing so you can take all of these notes home with you for free at the end of this little presentation today. So stick around. And here I am. Hello. This is me, Vicki Whipking. I have been working with clients for the past 12 years, one-on-one, high performance coaching sessions, and I got to tell you, I love it. And I have been really narrowing down and honing in on what are the absolute basic things that my clients need to know in order to fast track their success. And I've taken over the years all of my best advice and distilled it down into some really easy things that you can do. So we're going to be doing those in these Wellness Wednesday workshops. Stay in touch with me, and every week I'm to bring you something that's a little bit different, something that is got a little woo-woo mixed in with a lot of good practical stuff. Stick around for it. All right, so let's talk about those 4 detox mistakes that you're making. And most of these have nothing to do with the actual protocol of the detox itself, but is more of what you need to do even before you begin a detox. So the first detox mistake you're making is you got the wrong mindset going on. You are not thinking about the right things. So you need to decide on what your priority is. That means you need to make a list of reasons why you need to detox, so that you'll have more energy maybe, so that you can exercise more. You really need those good reasons. You also need to adopt the right approach. So the all or nothing attitude where you have to go super extreme or do something that's really difficult or even damaging to your body, And finding, just because somebody else does something a certain way or wants you to do it a certain way, it doesn't mean that it's always right for you. If just drinking water is the easiest thing for you, start there. And then I also want you to believe that you can do it. Believe that your body has everything it needs to heal itself and has the wisdom. You just have to give it the opportunity. And a loving, gentle approach is really what's going to do that for you. All right, so decide on your priority. It's not just about losing weight or, something. It's really about, why do you need to make these healthy changes? Because detox is not just for 1 year or when you've gone through, like when you come back from a cruise or something like that. Detox is something that keeps your body running healthy every day. Your body is always doing detox processes. Breathing is a detox process. Sleeping is a detox process. Sweating, it goes on and on. Our body's always trying to dump these toxins out of our bodies, and the products that are byproducts of eating and being a human. Why do you want to do this? And then make sure that you do it in a way that is reasonable, but maybe it's a little bit challenging. And focus on the things that you like to do or that are easy to do first. If you're going to try to do 25 different things tomorrow on day one, it's probably not going to work. Start small. And then really, never doubt that small little changes over time will really, really benefit you. Okay, so detox mistake number 2, lack of strategies. Sure, we all have this, little protocol that we downloaded, or we're joined a gym and they gave you, a little guidelines. But how are you actually going to put these pieces into your daily schedule so you actually do them? If you don't have a way to fit them in, no matter how good the program is, whether it's a detox program or an exercise program, you're really not going to reap the benefits or actually even do it, because you're always going to run into some kind of obstacle. So plan those healthy meals, and keep in mind that detoxing isn't about starving yourself. If you kick into starvation mode, your body's not going to go into healing mode. And that is what detox is about, is kicking in that healing mode. So you might need to still eat a little bit. I'm going to talk more about this in a little bit here. You really, really don't want to tell your body that there's a problem. And starving is one of your body's first things about a problem, and it holds everything, so that you aren't going to release toxins, because toxins are in fat. And if your body's in starvation mode, it's not going to burn that fat. It's going to hang on to it, therefore hanging on to the toxins. So please don't starve yourself if you're going to do a detox. And I'll get more specific about that in a minute. You need to eliminate toxic situations. You know who this is. You know where that you go, that you get off track. For the detoxing period, however long it is, or however often you do it, or when your body tells you need it, you need to plan some kind of alternative. Because once you get into that environment and everyone is, pushing food or drinks on you and wanting you to join in on what they're doing, it's a slippery slope. So maybe you need to just say no and avoid those situations for a while. And then once you start feeling really, really good because you haven't been overindulging, you're going to have even more reason to modify your behavior. I want you to get moving daily. Your body's system that eliminates waste is called the lymphatic system, and it's similar to like a bloodstream, although it's the sewage system. So your bloodstream actually dumps toxins into your lymph system. Now, unlike the circulatory system where your heart is pumping your blood, the lymph system is not a system that has a pump. The pump is your body moving. So you have to move your body every day in order to stimulate the lymph moving and getting rid of the toxins. And if you're all backed up, you're not going to get as many toxins released as possible. It's kind of like somebody didn't take out the trash and you can't get any more in there, so you can't throw any more away. You've got to be moving every day. And it doesn't have to be crazy intense. You just have to initiate enough moving so that your lymph system is active and moving stuff out. And then you have to include stress relief. If you are crazy busy, if you are strung out, burnt out, and worn out, detoxing is going to really, really be difficult, because when you're dumping toxins, it doesn't feel very good. It's uncomfortable. It kind of almost feels like you're, coming down with something a little bit, especially if you have a lot to eliminate. So treat this time of detox as if you are, and actually you are, recuperating. You're healing from an illness. Detoxing is your body's way of regenerating and reviving yourself. And if you keep running yourself down and not eating right and not sleeping right and having too many stresses and too many obligations, your body's going to go into that kind of shock mode where it just is surviving and not in healing. All right, so plans healthy meals, even though you're detoxing. I'm going to talk more about what kind of foods you should be eating. Get rid of those toxic situations. Just say no. Find something better to do. Focus on you rather than, so much out there. Get moving daily, 15-minute walk in the morning. It doesn't have to be crazy. And then do some breathing exercises. Take a digital detox. And if you're going into a really intense period where you're fasting during a detox, because detox isn't just about fasting, but if you are going to do a few days of fasting, you need to slow it down. Plan it over a weekend or take some time off, because you can't be your best if you are not, nourishing yourself and have just dumped toxins and all of that stuff. So set up your strategy. We haven't even gotten into the how to do the detox yet. This is all preliminary. And the next mistake that you're making is you're taking too aggressive of an approach. It's really been popularized that detoxes are this intense, crazy, uncomfortable, grueling experience. And I'm telling you what, that's really not the way to get results. First up, I want you to plan out 7 days where you're just eliminating things: alcohol, sugar, cheeseburgers, the things that don't make you feel good. And you know what they are. You really do. And I doubt you know how good you can feel if you were to just to take some of that away, really reduce it, really become mindful of it. For a week, just all of that. That alone is going to make you feel happier and more energized, I promise. For the next 7 days, I want you to add power foods. So fruits, veggies, whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, millet. What else do I have in my pantry? Barley. Oh, barley's very healing. Oats, that kind of thing. Increase your daily fiber intake. More greens, more smoothies with chia seeds, wheat germ, and flax seeds. Think fiber, fiber, fiber. So you've eliminated for 7. You've added power foods for 7. And boy, now 2 weeks into this, really you haven't done anything extreme. Nothing extreme. You're still eating that stuff. You're just focusing differently. And then if you want to take it up to another level, you can choose to fast for 3 to 5 days. And this might be fasting on a juice type cleanse. This might be broth. You might need to have a little bit of whole grain or something in there, or some tofu, just to kind of keep yourself, feeling okay. Because again, we don't want to go into starvation mode. You're drinking lots of water. There's an awesome detox tea out there that I love. There's plenty of choices. Amping up some of the other detoxing practices like better yoga or baths or other kinds of cleaning and assisting your body in cleansing. Absolutely, these 3 to 5 days, it's like a spa retreat. Turn off your phone and the autoresponder that you're out of the office, and really just sink in and drink that broth and do some stretching and rejuvenate yourself for 3 to 5 days. No more than that. And 3 is probably as much as most people can do, especially if it's your first time. There's no awards for this here. There's no competition. You just have to do what feels great for your body. So maybe after you've done detoxing in this format for, 3 or 4 different times during the year, maybe then you can amp it up to like 4 days or 5 days. But really 3 days is probably plenty, because your body has, for the first 7 days, had a break, first up, and gone, whoa, what is this? For the next 7 days, it's gotten fed some really great nutrients. It's like, ooh, we like this. And then for 3 days or so, you've given it a break. It doesn't have to digest or really do anything. Just heal and let go and know that it is nourished and taken care of. Again, don't kick in that starvation. And if you're starting to feel faint or any of those things, you're really approaching this in the wrong way. And then finally, you need to go back to regular life slowly. I really say, okay, once the 3 days of fasting are finished, then back down to just power foods, smoothies and salads and whole grains. And if you need some inspiration for this, my Pinterest boards are full of suggestions on this. So I'll share those with you in my fan page. So be sure to check out my Holistic Wellness and Other Groovy Stuff fan page. That's where you'll find all of that. So if you get done with fasting for 2-3 days, or you've just been on broth, yeah, you're going to want to go get that cheeseburger. You see what my craving food is, right? Cheeseburger. It used to be mac and cheese, but actually a cheeseburger really is something that is high on my list for enjoyment factors. And if done right, it's not all that, doesn't make me feel all that bad. But if you come off of a 3 to 5 day fast and then go order a cheeseburger, you're going to feel terrible. Your body's going to be like, what's this? Oh God, it's like you just dumped cement on your digestive system. Don't do that. Go back to power foods, and then you can add in a cheeseburger after that, okay? And once you put the effort into eliminating and the power foods, it's going to be a lot easier to just keep that up regularly. There's nothing crazy about the first 2 steps here. Nothing at all. But you need to do those before you just jump in and do a fast. I cringe whenever I hear someone say, yeah, I'm going to start a fast tomorrow, and they're eating pizza. And I'm just like, oh God, you're in for a rough ride. Good luck with that. I don't really say anything because it's usually I'm eating the pizza too, and we're in a casual group or something. But really be gentle with yourself. And treat this as if you're healing from an illness, because you're healing your body from stress and toxins, which will lead to, that's the source of it. So treat your body really well. The 4th mistake that you're making is you're not giving yourself any accountability. You're just sort of doing it and winging it. Now, that does not mean you go and shout it off of every platform you have. I want you to pick a buddy, one person. They don't have to do the detoxing. Just let them know, hey, you know what? I need somebody I can check in with. Can I just tell you what I'm doing here? And will you just, help keep me on track and crack the whip on me just a little bit? Keep me honest. I'm sure somebody would be happy to do that. If not, send me a note. I'll do it for you. I can crack that whip. And not that it needs to be, again, aggressive or negative, but you will do better when you know that you have to check in with someone, when somebody else is watching your progress. Set a deadline. 7 days, 7 days, 3 days, 7 days. That's a serious chunk of your calendar. Make sure that it is something that you can achieve. If you're going to be traveling for work a whole lot or doing something that's super, super crazy intense, maybe planning a 21-day detox is not going to work for you. So make sure that you have specifics on what you're doing for your detox period, how long and what practices, and then also make sure it fits into your current calendar. Take time off if you need to. Track your progress. If you are not observing what you're doing, like if you didn't realize how many times you were going through Starbucks every week, it's time to get honest. You're never going to be able to make huge changes or stick to anything if you're not observing what you're doing. So you need to write down. Last night I was laying in bed and I was like, I didn't write down my stuff. So I had to grab my phone really quick and break my no phones rule and write down all the things from yesterday so that I wouldn't forget all of my stats and things that I'm tracking. Because I get this with my high performance coaching clients all the time when we check in and I say, okay, tell me how the exercising is going. Oh, pretty good. Okay, well, how many times did you go to the gym last week? I tried to, and it's like they figured out they didn't go at all. Track your progress. Do not fool yourself. And if you jump on my page, I'm going to share some tracking apps and things like that too. And then I want you to plan something to look forward to. Maybe it's not something around food. Just because you've gone a detox doesn't mean that you get to go pig out or something like that. It's not going to make you feel good. It's counterproductive. It's almost like you just sabotaged yourself, really. Something that you're going to look forward to, something that's a self-care thing, something that makes you feel good. For me, it would be like pedicure and then an afternoon movie by myself or something like that. With a yummy coffee drink or something. And when I say yummy coffee drink, I really just mean like a latte, because I'm the only person in the world who probably drinks their coffee straight. So there it is, the 4 detox mistakes. Now, I do want you to be able to take all this information and apply it to your life. So I want to give you my free gift, 4 detox mistakes you're making. And just click on the little link down there and boom, it's yours. And that is my contribution, because like I said, I've been working with women for over 12 years and I see you trying so hard to keep up with your life, and it's just running ahead of you out of control and running over you sometimes. And it's really hard to get your footing and get ahead of things and feel like you've got things under control. If you do a little bit of detoxing and apply these principles, just what I went over with you here today, right here in this little ebook, you are going to really give yourself a fighting chance at getting all that other stuff taken care of. Are you with me? I hope so. So grab that right now while you have the chance. And be sure to check out next week's Wellness Wednesday workshop, where I'm going to talk about yoga moves for detox. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for joining me. I'm Vicki Whipking, and until next time, be well.